Yeah, someone said, how do I get out of a microdosing situation? So, what can you do if you're struggling to pull away from someone who, well, let me define microdosing first. Microdosing is when you continuously go back to someone, text them, maybe see them in person, even though the situation with them isn't turning into something that you really want. It's not materializing in any real way that's making you happy. It's not meeting your needs. The danger, of course, of microdosing is that you develop a kind of tunnel vision about this person where, because you're focused on them, even though they're not occupying a lot of physical space in your life, even though it's not actually turning into the relationship you want, you're still putting so much energy and focus on them, so you're not seeing anybody else. The reason half the time when we say, but I haven't met anyone else I like, it's because we're not open to meeting anyone else we like when we're microdosing on one person and living in hope that it might go somewhere. We're in a coffee shop and there's a really attractive person over there that's looking at us, but we're not looking at them because we're looking at our phone, texting or waiting for a text from the person that we're microdosing on. And of course, over time, we start to dislike ourselves. It affects our confidence because we're not getting what we want out of the situation, but we feel the shame of staying in it anyway. So we start to erode our confidence because we know we're not doing what's right for us. The way out of it, in the same way that the way out of any addiction, apart from the kind of practical, strategic side of it, is to realize it's not working. Hey guys, before you watch the end of the video, if you are struggling right now with moving on from somebody, maybe someone broke up with you and broke your heart, maybe there's an ex you're struggling to get over, I have a video that's really gonna help. One of my members asked me how to get her ex back. And the answer I give her is gonna surprise you. I have a free training for you where I reveal the video clip that happened in private between me and her that is really gonna help you with your situation if this is what you're feeling. Go to moveonstrong.com to get that free training, and I will see you over there. Back to the video. That it truly isn't working. That I'm not happy. That even though I tell myself this is something special, it's not, because it's not turning into something. If it were something that was that special, if it were something you really had to stick around for, then it would be turning into something. And by the way, it won't turn into something as long as you stay and keep microdosing. If someone doesn't feel the stakes of you leaving, if someone feels like there are no consequences to giving you half of their energy instead of truly showing up for you in a committed way, then there's nothing moving them to change. You need some kind of, there needs to be some energy that gets something to change form. You want it to change form, right? From something that is casual or something where someone is dipping in and out of your life in a way that's not meaningful, it's not meeting your needs, it's not committed. You want to change form from that to a real relationship. Well, that's not going to change by keeping things at the status quo. It's going to change by creating energy. Well, when you decide, I can't do this anymore, and you make clear to someone that this isn't working for you and that you're going to move on, that creates energy. Now, it might mean someone decides, okay, that's fine. I was getting it easy for a while. Now I'm just going to move on. In which case, how special was it? Or someone will realize, wow, I really missed this energy in my life. This was a special thing and I'm jeopardizing it. I need it back. And that becomes the catalyst in them actually trying harder. But nothing will change by continuing to microdose on someone. So it's about being brave, and it's about recognizing that even you can't live for the 1 hour a week where you get some attention from somebody any more than you can live for Friday night when you're working, right? If you're working a job that you hate so that you can go out on Friday night, that's a terrible way to live life, because you're living 90% of your life doing something you can't stand to go and spend 5% of your life getting some pleasure. That's a really bad trade. Well, the same is true in love. If you're living most of your week in anxiety and sadness and loneliness and inadequacy, insecurity, so that for an hour a week or for 1 day a week you can get someone's attention, that's a terrible trade. You've got to flip that. I'm not going to give up my feeling good about myself and my life and meeting someone better for the sake of feeling some pleasure and feeling happiness from you 10% of the time. It's not good enough. I know you are going to love and get so much out of this next video. Go check it out here, and I will see you over there. This terrible feeling you have right now about losing this person, those 2 words, if nothing else, if you're at the worst moment of your breakup, if nothing else, just remember, emotions change.